Hello, everybody. Tonight's show is all about Valentine's Day. Now, you may be wondering, why are we talking about Valentine's Day in November? Well, that's because it's time to start sourcing products to sell for Valentine's Day. Now, if you're somebody who sells products for e-commerce, you may be already have bought all your Valentine's Day stuff especially if you import. But if you're doing anything domestic or wholesale, then still got some time left. So anyway, my name's Cordelia. Tonight's show is about sourcing products to sell for Valentine's Day 2021. And I thank you very much for being here. So let's just jump right in. Okay. So how do we know what to do? Now, one indicator of what we can think that people will be buying in the upcoming year is what they bought last year. So obviously that's not 100% because trends change, people's lives change. Hard to believe, but last year, February 2020, COVID was still just a rumor. And now, of course, it's a big part of our life. Got a lot of other stuff going on in the world. So we don't know what's going to be happening in terms of Valentine's Day trends in the next few months. But tonight's show, I'm going to specifically be showing you data from last year to help you anticipate what people might be buying this year. Now, I have to tell you, I was really surprised by some of the stuff people searched for last year. Now, I got all this data from Brand Analytics, which is a tool that is only for brand registered sellers on Amazon. So some of this I'm going to share with you indirectly and show you kind of what kind of lessons you can learn to source for next year. So as I was saying, some of the things people search for really surprise me. So I'm going to share those with you. I'm going to share with you stuff that you can make if you're print on demand or private label seller, stuff that you can source via arbitrage or wholesale, and products that you can find other ways. So let's get right into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. So once you have this list of what did people buy in 2020 and you've sorted through it, you can use other tools like your brain and helium-10 and things like that to actually decide what you want to sell in the upcoming year. So the first thing I'm going to go through is print on demand and private label. Now, there's a lot of overlap here. Some of these things, obviously, you could get wholesale. Some of these things you could probably find arbitrage. So these are just to give you some ideas. Now, there's a ton of print on demand shirt sellers. And I was really surprised to see how many different line items were people searching for Valentine's shirts. Valentine's long sleeve shirts, Valentine's shirts for children, Valentine's shirts for women, Valentine's shirts for men. So a lot of people buy specific Valentine's shirts just for that holiday. And it's definitely a very popular search term. Books. I think there was definitely a lot of kids' books. People want to give their kids something other than just candy. So Valentine's Day books are another really big search for item. Earrings, wrapping paper. Wrapping paper is something you can order, import it. You still have time to import that from China or another country at this point if it's already made. And you can also make your own wrapping paper. There's some print on demand websites that do wrapping paper. Cards. Now, cards are kind of interesting, but it's a lot harder to find greeting cards than it used to be. It used to be that every drugstore had a million greeting cards, but now they have less and less, and a lot of us are less inclined to go into stores. But even when we are, there's such a small selection there that you can really find just exactly the message you want online. And the thing that is kind of interesting is that people will pay a premium for a card online. So they might pay $4, $5, $6, $7 for a card, or even more, just one card, if it says exactly the thing that they're thinking about. Socks. I was surprised to see how many people search for Valentine's Day socks. Socks for men, socks for women, socks for children. Those were all terms that people used a lot last year when they were searching. Garden flags was another surprise. I just didn't really think of people buying specific Valentine's Day garden flags, but apparently they do. Pens was another one. I'm only thinking that for people who are giving maybe something out to a classroom of people that they want to give something besides just candy. So anyway, those were some things that were definitely searched for in large quantities in 2020 for Valentine's Day. And now all the terms in the data analytics data said like Valentine's shirts, Valentine's books, Valentine's earrings. I just pulled the words for this presentation, not the word Valentine over and over again, but every single one of these terms had the word Valentine or Valentine's or Valentine's Day in it, in addition to this particular keyword. Okay, so this is things that you might be able to find arbitrage or wholesale. And again, like I said, there's definitely going to be some overlap here of, you might have a source for private label. Somebody else might have a source for wholesale, something like socks. So there's all different overlap. I was really surprised how many people search for Valentine's Day jerky, beef jerky, or other kinds of jerky. So that's a thing. So that would be an interesting thing to wholesale or arbitrage. Keto Valentine was also searched for. Straws. I have to say, I never really thought about people buying Valentine's Day straws, but apparently they do. Leggings, socks, dog toys, stickers, garlands, wreaths. People put Valentine's Day wreaths on their doors. And the cool thing about some of these is especially if you're somebody who's shopping for Q4, you can keep your eyes peeled for stuff you can sell for Valentine's Day as well. Play-Doh, Valentine's Day Starbucks mug, that term was in there. So when they come out with their new stuff, or maybe if you can get your hands on some of the last year's Valentine's Starbucks products, that might be a good flip for arbitrage. And I was really surprised to see ornaments. Now, the data I pulled was from Q1 of 2020. So this had no Q4 data in it from 2019. So this was all January through March searches. And there was a ton of searches for Valentine's Day ornaments. So yeah, people hang ornaments up for Valentine's Day after Christmas is over, after trees have been put away. So I even pulled this picture you see on the slide is actually the best-selling Valentine's Day ornament from last year. So they're just little heart ornaments. So if you see those when you're out doing your Christmas shopping, you may want to pick them up for Valentine's Day resale. Now, whether or not you actually celebrate Christmas, most of us are out in the stores and see Christmas products all the time. And so you can look for these things if you're an arbitrage buyer. I personally don't sell arbitrage anymore, but you can also get ornaments wholesale. You can get them print on demand, and you can also import them. So there's lots of ways to sell ornaments. Now, I went through over 1,500 rows of data just for you. And I pulled out all the licensed characters. And I was surprised. Again, I was surprised. I have two slides here. I was surprised because there were some classics, and people were very specific. They want Snoopy Valentines, Charlie Brown Valentines, Mickey Mouse Valentines, Minnie Mouse. Peppa Pig, who to me is not as popular as she once was, sorry Peppa, is very popular for Valentine's Day, or at least was in 2020. Some of these were no surprise. Pokemon, Pikachu, Fortnite, Star Wars, Roblox. I think a lot of these are related to people's schools. And selling Valentine's Day cards online used to be a cash cow. Like when I first started selling online, we could go buy that stuff at the drugstore or the dollar store and flip it for like 5 times what we paid for it back in the good old days. But now the prices have come down. There's a lot more competition. So it may not necessarily be the best way for you to go in terms of directly selling Valentine's cards exactly. But if you are somebody who does arbitrage or has wholesale access to licensed products, this is just interesting to see what kind of products are specifically popular for Valentine's Day. Deadpool, that one kind of surprised me. Doesn't sound very romantic to me. Definitely have some classics, but like NBA Valentine's was a specific search for term. Pete the Cat, which is a book character. So sort of some surprises in the licensed character department. And this is a specific list I pulled right out of data analytics. So it's right there for you exactly as I got it. And these all just, the only thing that's different is they had the word Valentine in the original data. This was all right from 2020. Other popular creatures that maybe aren't licensed that you can just use without having to worry about copyright and trademark infringement. So these are better for like private label and print on demand sellers. Sloths, if I can say that word, were really popular. Llamas, dinosaurs, unicorns, some of these are expected. Monster trucks. I was surprised the 2 dog breeds that made the list were just Corgi and Pug. Now, that's not to say that other dog breeds don't sell well at Valentine's Day, but of the top 1,600 searched for keyword phrases on Amazon last year or this year, 2020, for Valentine's Day, the only 2 dog breeds that I saw, the top 2, were Corgi and Pug. Of course, Ninja. Who doesn't want a Ninja Valentine? So anyway, I think this is a lot of great for people who do, print on demand clothing, books, anything like that, private label or importing. This can be a really good way to go for Valentine's. And again, it's a lot of classics. It's not as trendy to me. Ninjas, space, mermaids, they're kind of old classics that kids have loved for a long time and probably will love for a long time. And then I have a couple random weird ones just to show you some different ideas. So gnomes apparently are very popular for Valentine's Day. I had no idea. Seriously, super popular. Lots of different search phrases, including the word gnomes. So these are 2 of the most popular gnomes from 2020 Valentine's Day shopping season. And there's shirts, statues, plush. People were into gnomes in 2020. So I don't know if they'll still be into them in 2021, but they were a big Valentine's deal this year. And then the weirdest one I saw was the Valentine's toilet paper. Now, keep in mind, this was before COVID. It seems like a million years ago, but it was actually just in February, before COVID and before toilet paper shortages. But people were buying Valentine's Day toilet paper. And these were the top 2 best-selling toilet papers from 2020 for Valentine's Day. And again, I just thought it was funny and weird. I've never seen these in a store or wholesale catalog. So I have no idea where you would even source these. But if you know where to source these and you're willing to share, please put it in the comments. Now, if you are a member of our mastermind group, our special group, Scanner Society, I have actually uploaded into the group a spreadsheet with 150 rows of this actual data that you can look at and sort through for yourself. I have it done by category in terms of print on demand, licensed, things like that. And it shows you the keywords that people typed in and also the top selling ASIN on Amazon for that keyword. So that's already in the files section in the group. If you're not a member of the group, you can check us out, scannersociety.com. We're a fantastic group of online sellers. And I put a lot of that data right here into this presentation. So if you don't get the actual data from the spreadsheet, you can take a look at the slides and in the video. And then also, if you are a brand registered brand owner, you can go into brand analytics yourself and pull this report yourself. It's just, you can search by time period and pull data on different search terms. I simply put in the term Valentine's or Valentine. I didn't even put an S on it. So this should give you some food for thought whether you're creating new products to sell or shopping and you just want to keep your eyes peeled for some stuff that you can sell into the new year. And I would love to hear your crazy, weird, funny Valentine's Day stuff that you've sold, or maybe even things you've received as gifts. Please comment below. And I just want to give a shout out to Anne. Thank you for tuning in live. And Judy. And I can't see the names of any of the other live people. This interface does not always work perfectly. So please post your comments and questions below. And let me know what you think. And I look forward to a super profitable Q4 for all of us, as well as a smooth transition into selling in January and February. All right. I hope you guys all have a peaceful night. Bye, everybody.